There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Wow, I can't imagine how this guy didn't get the W for Kamala in this election. Tim, actually, hate to break it to you, but both hate speech and misinformation are protected under the First Amendment. Of course, he's not the only Democrat calling for regulation of misinformation on social media, but we got to talk about the problem with letting the government decide what's true and what is misinformation. If you give the government the power to decide what is true, you are handing politicians the keys to control the entire conversation on everything. Think about it. Like every contested issue that we argue about, you're saying that the government would get to be the final arbiter of truth, which is super rich coming from the party that covered up Biden's mental decline, told us that inflation wasn't happening. They claim there's no physical differences between men and women. Like, do you trust either party in power to tell you what's true? It's not always even entirely ill-intended. Sometimes they just get things wildly wrong. We saw this all the time during COVID. It is super hilarious to me that Democrats want to regulate misinformation to stop Trump, who will be the head of the government starting in January. So maybe before suggesting giving the government more power, you should ask yourself, would you trust your worst political enemy with that power? Probably not.